I really hope that this message is going to touch your heart because I have been making dua for something for years, and Allah showed me that our dua is never a case of if, but it's a case of when. And I really want to share my story of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered my dua in the most amazing of ways, subhanallah. For years now, I have been sharing my personal written reflections on social media, and I have been incredibly touched and moved by the messages that I've received, that my words, my written words, have touched hearts. They have given hope to people that are going through a rough time. And the messages where people have said, you know what, Alia, you really need to write a book. I listened, I took that advice, and I began to write a book. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I have a really crazy busy job, being a CEO of a charity, home educating my children, and just generally the demands of life, that book gathered online dust. But I continued making dua, and I increased in the intensity of my dua, in the yearning, in the way that I asked Allah in Ramadan last year. And subhanallah, a few months later, something incredible happened. The way that Allah answered that dua showed me, and I want it to show you, that dua is never a case of if. With the Lord of the worlds, it's a case of when. So during a very kind of quiet time for me on social media, I happened to check my request folder on Instagram, and I came across a message from a name that I didn't recognize. And I opened a message and read the message and thought, you know what, this is definitely a scam. But for some reason I responded and I said, can you email me? And I gave her my email address. She emailed me with a legitimate email address, and I felt my heart stop, because I knew that this was the answer to the dua that I had made repeatedly in Ramadan. Fast forward, that dua transpired into Penguin publishers who approached me and said that they wanted to work with me in writing a book.